I think one of the most important jobs I have, if not the most important job I have as a high school principal or as a principal, is hiring wonderful people. I think the one thing that we really like to celebrate at Medicine Hat High School is just this amazing staff. And when Kolton came around, he student taught here, and you could just see the connection he was making with kids. And it was a no-brainer. We wanted Kolton to be here because he fit in with our staff, fit in with our kids, fit in with our philosophy of just caring and loving kids.
The best thing about Mr. Krein is how he's able to have fun in a school environment. I mean, you have some teachers that are, quite strict when it comes to learning, but he's able to really have fun and make everything that you're learning relevant.
As a teacher, Kolton has definitely taken time to develop relationships in his classroom, which I believe is kind of the key or the foundation to his success in the classroom. Once he's developed relationships with Science 14 or 24 students, or his high school Science 10, Biology 20 core classes, in either situation he has the ability to engage the students in his lesson and really have them be part of the class and want to learn.
In some cases, you don't know if a student needs to be safe or if a student needs to feel welcome, and he does that as a blanket for everybody. Offers opportunities in a variety of ways: online presence, in-class presence. Before school, you go into his classroom and it's full of kids, not even from his first period class, from a variety of classes as well.
The kids aren't going to care about their learning if they haven't figured out that you care and you're in it with them. I think the next step before you even start teaching anything is you need to create an inclusive, safe, caring environment where everyone feels like you want them to be there. Everyone feels safe to speak up. They feel like they belong in the classroom.
He's a really good teacher. He not only teaches it, but he makes it interesting and entertaining. He'll be teaching, then he'll make a joke out of something, or he'll say something that sounds funny so the rest of the class will laugh, and then as soon as we have a minute or so to laugh, he'll bring us all back on track, and it'll just work and everybody will be quiet and paying attention.
I think what makes him successful is his dedication to the students in his classroom and their learning.
He makes it interesting for the students so that we can learn in different ways, so it's not just reading off a slideshow or something like that. He goes above and beyond, right? He's always there for extra help. He's connecting with every student.
I could see that we all learn differently, and I think the best teachers were the type of teachers that could meet those learning needs, and they made a connection with me as well. I hoped to one day also be able to make a difference in that way. And that's why I went into teaching.
I think one of the things that really hit me or struck me with Kolton was during his student teaching round, he got involved in things like coaching football, coaching badminton, which he wasn't experienced in, and teaching classes that he wasn't experienced in. And every person he was involved in, whether it was our football coach, our former badminton coach who still teaches here, or his student teacher liaisons and the department head, they all came back to me saying how he doesn't feel like he's there yet and he wants to know how he can get better. And so he's constantly asking for advice and then putting those things into action. I think he really wants to be the best he can be for our students.
The story of badminton was there was an email circulating around last year, second semester, and the email was basically, we need a badminton coach, we have no one to coach. And I kind of looked at it and I was like, I am not your guy. I have never played badminton before. I don't even know the rules of badminton. And then it circulated around another week and no one had taken it up. And so I was like, I guess I am your guy. Getting out there, I was very nervous to coach badminton for the first time, but I think that growth mindset coming back into it, you always want to be able to improve and learn how to be your best as a teacher and as a coach for the students.
As a collaborator, he's one of those people that has a great growth mindset, and that's kind of an asset when you want to work with someone, not beside someone or around someone. To work with and to collaborate with, he is excellent.
I steal a lot of ideas from them, and I steal a lot of teaching styles from my colleagues as well. because I'm given so much freedom to try different teaching styles, different teaching strategies, I can now tailor that to individual students when they need it.
I find Kolton very receptive to critique. If I think that this is how I would do it, he's open to listening to it. How is she teaching it? How could I tweak that and make it something that I can get that point across? That's a difficult concept, but for myself.
He takes everything into account, and then he, instead of thinking, oh no, I can't do this, he thinks, what can I do in order to improve myself so I can do it? And so that's kind of rubbed off on me and some of the other students in his class.
That's another thing I really like about teaching is overcoming the struggle with the students and overcoming obstacles. When something's challenging for a student and we overcome it together, that's a great feeling.
Every student I meet with, he's like, oh yeah, Mr. Krein, what a guy, like, I feel like he's just my favorite teacher, and I'm like, yeah, he's a really good teacher. So
You're never too old to learn, and you've never really reached the pinnacle of where you can be. There's always room for improvement. I hope that Kolton continues to have that kind of mentality for the rest of his career, and hope that anyone that he mentors under him will have that same passion to learn and improve.
whenever I see him in the hallways, I always plant a smile on my face.